So welcome everybody to this YouTube series. I'm so glad to be sharing this knowledge with you about empowering the feminine, empowering the mother, the woman, the caretaker, and all the different facets and roles that we play as women today. In this series, we're going to be digging into everything from hormones and nutrition, sacred rituals to empower that feminine polarity within us, and tapping into these ancient wisdoms around Kundalini yoga and meditation. So welcome, welcome. And we'll begin in this series, just to let you know, there's going to be lots of different topics over the next 5 weeks. But today's topics is focusing on embodied healing from within. So we're looking at how Kundalini yoga can really help with calming the nervous system and deal with emotional wounds that are trapped in the body, and focus on the mind and body connection. And we're going to do that through explorations of Kundalini yoga, kriyas, and breath work that can help us to connect that mind, body, emotional connection. And so we'll be doing a short kriya, a short breath work and meditation that I'll take you through so that you can experience what it's like to really do a practice that focuses on releasing stored emotions from the body, right? Especially the nervous system, the endocrine system, and the vagus nerve have such a huge role to play in how we process life and how we process our traumas and things that we've lived in the past. And I feel like this is a really important topic right now for women who are, any age really, but also for women who are coming into their elder years, and how we're addressing our life experiences, all that we've lived with, whether it's with a divorce or with loss or with illness, with problems with children or being alone at a certain age, right? This is a tool, an ancient wisdom that can help to release the stored emotions from the body. And it's really proven to do that. So welcome to all of you who are here. And I'm so glad to be digging into this content with you. So a few more things about the importance of emotional healing, and then we'll go right into it. So you might feel a knot in your stomach. You might feel anxiety, heart palpitations, chronic fatigue, or like stress in the shoulders, tension in the body, anxiety, constant rushing. All these are different symptoms of unprocessed emotions in the body. So how do we use an ancient practice like Kundalini yoga to really make that bridge? To make that bridge between what's happening in our mind, what's happening in our body, and really what's happening in our soul, and how the soul and the soul's essence can be supported and paid attention to bring all of those pieces together. Okay. So there's so much science, and I really encourage you to research how Kundalini yoga can support all of these different attributes. So the way that we work with releasing stored emotions in the system with Kundalini yoga is we target through a combination of breath work, movement, mantra, which is a way to focus the mind and bring light to the mind, and meditation. So we're creating a holistic healing process with these different ancient tools, let's call them, right? So it's just like, how do we move the body? How do we breathe? How do we meditate? So I'm excited to start that and share that with you. Okay, let's bring our hands together in prayer pose. So one of the ways that we tune in with Kundalini Yoga is with the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Let's bring our hands in prayer pose and rub the palms of the hands. And Om Namo Gurudev Namo simply means I bow to the divine teacher within. Let's bring the palms together. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And let's inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev. Om Namo Gurudev. Om Namo Gurudev. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And just relax with your hands in Gyan Mudra, the index and the thumb touching. Just relax for a moment and tune into your body. Just remove tension. See where the tension is. And release any emotional tension you might have. It could be a tightness, a discomfort, a heaviness. Just encouraging you to observe that without judgment. Observe where the tension is in the body and breathe into it consciously, with love, with no judgment. Long, deep breaths. Tuning into the shoulders, the neck, the lower back. Maybe it's a knot in the stomach or like a tightness around the heart. Just see if you can just observe, bring attention to it with a long, deep breath. Bring love to it, bring lightness to it, acceptance, and a lot of compassion. As you breathe nice and deep, feel the breath beginning in the lower belly and moving up to the diaphragm and moving up to the upper chest. So it's like a three-part breath. We begin in the lower diaphragm, inhale third of the way, bring it up to the lower abdomen, bring it up to the diaphragm, second third, and the upper chest, third. And then down, release the upper chest, release the diaphragm, release the lower abdomen. Couple more breaths. Good. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use breath work to to release stored emotions. So when we breathe consciously and we breathe in attunement with the whole body, we can start to tune into where we're holding that tension, where we're holding that emotional contraction. And then we can begin to release the nervous system with the breath and allow the emotions to flow. So there could be, a feeling that comes up, like a feeling of sadness or a feeling of anger, and it's totally valid. So I'm just inviting you, if something comes up, to allow it and to keep going with the exercise and really release whatever is pent up in your emotional body. So let's begin. We're going to do a beautiful breath work. We're going to do we're going to begin with the hands as if you were beating the earth. And we're going to do a breath, an in and out breath through an O mouth, right? And it's kind of a fast breath. So this is what it looks like. We're going to be here as if we're beating a drum. So it's kind of a fast breath in and out through the mouth. You're going to be looking at the tip of the nose with the eyes 1/10 open. And let's begin right here. Go for it. Feel that breath. Give you a little music here. At the tip of the nose, 1/10 open, all the breath. Inhale deeply. And you're going to squeeze a gentle root lock. So you're squeezing the pelvic floor and rising the energy through the chakras up to the crown. Hold the breath. Feel the connection between the palms of your hands and the electromagnetic field of the earth. And powerfully exhale. 2 more times. Inhale deep. Squeeze and rise the energy and feel the connection. Be still. Go into the stored emotions and release through the breath. 1 more time. And squeeze and hold and focus the energy up. So you're squeezing the pelvic floor and the navel and really rising the energy up through the energy channels, the wheels of light called the chakras, opening up the crown. And exhale and relax, open the palms. Long deep breath, tuning into your connection to the earth. As women, when we honor our nature and our cyclical nature and how we move through the rhythms of our life and the rhythms of nature, and we pay attention to them, we soften, we lean into the invisible. And thus we accept more wholeheartedly our human nature. Accepting where we fall short in life and accepting the duality of the invisible part, the identity, and then the truth of who we are, the Sat and the Nam. Accepting both is really where we come to learn to flow with our emotions and flow with releasing what's stored in our body, knowing that we don't have to carry it. Good. So let's go to the next exercise. Here we're working with the heart center. So we're bringing the energy in little inward circles as we're bringing the elbows by the rib cage, and also using that same breath and focusing at the tip of the nose. So let's begin that. We'll go again for 3 minutes and work with the magnetic field of the heart and, of course, the nervous system. I'm tip of the nose, 1 hand. Inhale deeply. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Rise the energy up to the crown. Hold. And exhale. Deep inhale. Squeeze and hold and focus deeply. Release. Inhale deeply. Rise the energy up and really tune into anything that's kind of you've been holding on to emotionally in your body. Just tune into where that is and release it with the breath. Exhale. Just hold the hands out gently. Feel into the heart has its own magnetic field, and the heart's intelligence is 1,000 times more intelligent than the brain. So tune here with the hands open into the magnetic field of the heart. We uncomplicate things when we drop into the heart, and we allow feelings to flow. We allow old emotion blockages to flow and release. It can take time, but this is a good beginning. Tuning into the breath, tuning into the heart, the magnetic field of the heart, and just being willing to take that first step. Good. And the third part of this pranayama to create that stillness within and release emotional blockages is we're moving above the head. So we're just moving with the same breath, with that breath of fire above the head. So we're working with the crown chakra and releasing energies from here and connecting with our own infinity. All right, let's begin and go. You're just coming 60 degrees, right? You don't need to go all the way down. You're just here. So you're localizing it in this area. Exactly. Keep going, nearly there. Inhale deeply, open the arms, squeeze the root lock, focus at the brow point. Receive, receive. Exhale powerfully. Inhale deeply. And squeeze that root lock, pelvic floor, lower abdomen. Rise the energy through the chakras and move it up to the center of the brain. Exhale. One more time. Inhale deep. And squeeze. And exhale. And just put your hands on your heart for a moment. Right on top of left. Tuning into any stored emotions and anything that wants to be released. Just breathing into it, allowing the flow of emotions, allowing the breath to bring awareness to what's trapped in the system and that is ready to be released. Calmly take a few breaths here. Good. Deep inhale and exhale. So Kundalini yoga is really such a practical tool, something that you can do every day. Even just in a 3-minute breath meditation can connect you. You know, an 11-minute is preferred, and then going on from there. But this is really an accessible and impactful wisdom, ancient science that can help one to tune into the stored emotions in the mind and the body and release it. So let's go into a little bit more of the physical practice now. And we'll just do a very simple, basic spinal warm up series that moves the body around so that we can really tune into what's in the physical structure. Okay, so let's begin by grabbing, just adjust here a little bit. Okay. We'll grab the knees and we'll circulate the torso around the lower body. This is called Sufi grind, inhaling forward, opening the heart, exhaling back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhaling, opening the heart, exhale back. If you're sitting on a cushion, you might find it easier to do it without the cushion. Good. And inhale, center. Exhale. And let's go the other direction. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale, center. Exhale. And now you're going to bring the hands into the shins. Hold the shins, and you're going to begin forward and backward. Spinal flexors, tuning into the body. What does this bring up for you? And just tuning into, how's your nervous system feeling now? Are you entering into the parasympathetic system, which is that calming, gentle, sort of stabilizing energy that we feel when we feel supported, right? We feel supported by the universe. We feel supported by those around us. And we live in that, we learn to live in that trust and that surrendering that the universe got our back and she knows what we need and want. And tuning just into the most beneficial and positive thinking process we can conjure up in any moment. We're not always there by any means because we're human, but just the attention on how do I want to direct my thinking. So all of these movements and meditations and things that we do in Kundalini yoga as a daily practice support this mindset of how am I aligned with my breath, my thoughts, my heart, and how can I, in any moment, bring mindfulness and breath into thinking straight, right? So thinking for the highest good, for positive outcome, for the highest good of all those around us. The breath is full, and that full exhale is so important in the release of emotional wounds, right? The pause is in the exhale. When we exhale fully, we really allow that apana, that energy, to completely release and dissipate. Inhale deeply. Let's squeeze that pelvic floor, rise the energy up to the center, and exhale. Tuning into that exhale, that complete exhale, tuning into the breath, seeing how you're feeling after a good 30 minutes of practice. Good. We'll do a couple more and then we'll move into our meditation. So bring out your right leg out and your left leg is in the groin area. You're going to grab the toes and you're going to inhale and open up the chest and exhale down. Inhale, open, exhale down. Inhale and open and hold and exhale. This is one area right here. We can hold a lot, the rib cage, right? We can hold a lot of stored emotions. So these kind of movements when you're opening up the side body are really beneficial. Let's go on the other side. The left leg is out. You're grabbing the left toes. You're inhaling up, opening, twisting, and exhale down. Let's go. Inhale and open. And exhale. Beautiful. Okay, come and find a seated position where you can be comfortable. Grab a little water. And we're going to do a very simple meditation, which I believe is, from experience, is very much supportive of any emotional releases. And really, after the emotional releases, like how to learn to direct the mind and to have an experience of the neutral mind. So there's been so much scientific research on Kundalini yoga and how it aligns with our modern science understanding of the mind and body connection. And I really encourage you to look into that. There's multiple studies done at big universities like Stanford that talk about the benefits of this practice. And so Kirtan Kriya is one of the best meditations I've personally found to deal with any mental ailments, which, right, the mental frequency creates the subtlety of the emotions in the body. So how do we calm and direct and focus on mental fluctuations so that we can find ease in the body, right? And it's all connected, right? The emotions as from childhood trauma, possibly, that we're holding on to, the unraveling that needs to happen, it all works together, right? And so this is another piece that you can bring in, that you can experiment with and really have an experience with. So what we're doing is we're working with the pads of the hands and going from one to the next. We're working with the mantra Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, easily translated into infinity, life, death or transformation, and rebirth. So Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. We come from an infinity, we go through life, we experience a transformation, a death, and then we go into a rebirth. So the eyes are focused at the tip of the nose, and we're going to go in a sequence of 2 minutes out loud, 2 minutes in a loud whisper, 4 minutes silence, and 2 minutes out loud, 2 minutes 2 minutes loud whisper, 2 minutes out loud. So we're doing kind of this full cycle of the three languages. The human voice out loud is that one which creates. We create with our words. The loud whisper is the language of our angels and our guides, right? And then the silence is the language of the divine, the language of our soul, essentially. And then coming back to the language of the angels, of our guides, of our ancestors, and then the human voice, the language of creation. All the indigenous tribes speak about this. They speak about, the word in the beginning was the word that we create through language. So let's begin this beautiful meditation together out loud. Satanama, 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 loud whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 And then silently keep moving the fingers. Reciting the mantra inside of your mind, silently in your heart. See if you can synchronize your breath with the mantra as you take a deep inhale through 1 or 2 cycles and a deep exhale through 1 or 2 cycles. Bring awareness. And loud whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Out loud. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Sa, ta, na Nama Sa last one. Sa, ta, na, ma. Deep inhale. Squeeze that root lock, so the sex organs, the rectum, the navel, rise the energy up. Focus at the brow point. Hold. Exhale. Again, deep inhale. Rise the arms up. Squeeze the root lock. Exhale, shake out the hands, the arms. Inhale. And twist side to side. And exhale with the hands open. And I invite you here to come lying down for just a moment. Integration is so important. Come lying down on your back. Let's just take a 3-minute Shavasana. So supportive. Lie down. And since this is a class on embodied healing, healing from within, just tune into the body. Relax all the limbs. Relax everything. And feel the support of the earth beneath you. Feel the calmness of your nervous system after this 40-minute practice. Breathe long and deep. Breathe naturally as you feel every limb relaxing. As you feel any repressed emotions gently flowing out. Relaxing all the limbs of the body. Gentle breaths. Feeling any places in your body that are tight or feel knotted or contracted. Bring your breath and your awareness there. And just inhale deep and then exhale into that place. Good. Let's take a deep inhale and stretch the arms above the head and just expand, breathe, and then exhale, release. Again, deep inhale as you open, stretch out like a starfish if you have the space. Take up your space and exhale. And start to rub the feet, the palms of the feet, the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands vigorously. Rub, rub, rub. Grab the knees to the chest and go up and down on the spine a few times and then come sitting up. Good. I hope this was supportive for you to just to inquire into how do we heal from inside? How do we heal from within using the tools of Kundalini Yoga and directing our consciousness and our efforts and our studies towards holistic healing, right? Supporting the feminine and supporting our mothering if we're mothers, and our caregiving, working, and all the things that we do. How do we get to live from the inside out and heal from the inside out? So I hope that you enjoyed this first part of our 5-part series. The second week, next Tuesday at 9 a.m. PT, we will be exploring hormones, nutrition for hormonal balance. We'll be talking about nourishing the feminine. How do we ground into our kidney yin and really eat in a way that supports our well-being mentally, emotionally, and physically as we transition through different hormones, different life cycles, you know, from the maiden to the mother to the crone, and all of these different transitions that we go in, from cycling to perimenopause, perimenopause to menopause, and postmenopause. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you and how to optimally use the whole food diet that we have access to balance ourselves. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe on the button below and feel free to look into our trainings and all that we're offering. Sat Nam. Namaste.